Commandment number 7, form follows function. Okay, just because you can do things, cool, don't. I see so many people do this wrong, okay? Think about a hotel room for a minute. You know, you want to sign up for a hotel room. You're going to go stay a couple of days somewhere, and you want a hotel room. Okay, up on the internet comes a website. They've got an all-new, innovative room. Okay, we've taken the bed and we put it on the ceiling. Wow, because we can. That's cool. Isn't that so cool to have the bed on the ceiling? And it gives us so much more floor space. Okay. Do you want this room? And the answer is maybe. Really, maybe. Depends on what your function is. Okay. If your function is to sleep, then this is not a good choice. And most people that go to a hotel room want to sleep. Okay, so it is not, the form of this room is not following the function. The previous slide is. Now, if I wanted to have a dance or I wanted a lot of floor space, I might be interested in this room, okay, because now my function is different and the form of this room would follow that function of where I need more floor space. But I don't know why I would want a bed on the ceiling. I'd just go rent a room that had no bed at all because that wasn't what I was renting the room for. Okay, so make sure that your website, that form follows function. The form of your website follows what people are using it for. Okay, now it's amazing how often I see this rule violated. And not only is it amazing to me how often I see it violated, it's also of amazing interest to me of who the people are that are the main violators of this rule. Now, let me give you an example, but I see these over and over and over again. Okay, this is a web page for an advertising company, a company that creates websites and advertising and marketing for other people. Okay, look at this website. What is the function that I need? Okay, if I need an ad built for the newspaper or a magazine, if I need a website built, where am I going to go? My people have a name for this kind of a page. They call it mystery meat. You know, it's kind of like spam. You don't know what's in there. It's just a block of meat. This is a website, but you don't know what the buttons are. You don't know what things do. Now I looked at another advertising agency website yesterday. I couldn't find it, but it was worse than this one. They had decided to be cool and do all these cool things and put all these cool pictures up there, and you'd click on different pictures to get into different areas of their website. But it was like impossible to figure out what to do. Form did not follow function. I could not use it to find information. I had to. It was a mystery page. I'd have to click on each item. And I've seen pages where they don't even have text by them. They just have little pictures, and you have to roll your mouse over to the page, over the buttons to even find out where to click on the pages. Please don't do that. You're making it too hard. And this is being done by all these artsy people in these big advertising agencies and little advertising agencies. You know what? They should know better. Form follows function. If your website is to sell something, then by gosh, make it sell something. Okay, if it's providing information to somebody, get that information up there. Decide what the function of your website is and make it work. Make it easy to do. Form follows function. Okay, rule number 8, commandment number 8, consistency, consistency, consistency. I can't overstress how important this is for a number of different reasons, and we'll talk about another one of the reasons that really ties to this one. But make sure that your page is consistent. It looks the same, okay? One of the things early on when we built our tools, we set up some things that would do, you would set your background up globally. And didn't even cross my mind to allow you to put different backgrounds and different background colors on different pages. And people said, oh my gosh, I want to put a different background on every page. And I went, why would you want to do that? And they wanted to do that. And so finally we gave in. We allowed them to, set up different backgrounds and override all those features so they could do whatever they want to do. We're kind of giving them a gun to shoot them their own selves in the foot. Don't make your pages all different kind of background colors and look different on every page. Make your website look the same, okay? Make it consistent. Choose a background and use it on every page. Choose a font and use the same font. I mean, I get people that use different fonts and different, oh my, let's go crazy. We can, so let's do it. And the answer is wrong. Don't, and it even should go beyond just your website. In the advertising field, they have what's called integrated marketing. And what that means is that you're consistent between your business cards and your letterhead and the way that your store is decorated. If you have a store, everything you do has the same look and feel. You're building a brand. You're building an image, okay? Let's make it all consistent. Come up with your color scheme. Whatever your color scheme is, it should be the same on every page of your website. It should be the same on your business cards. It should be the same on everything you do. Create a standard look and feel, and then stick to it. One of the things that I see that makes websites look incredibly unprofessional is when people use different fonts and different colors and different pictures and different styles. Oh my. Let's avoid that. Try to keep everything looking the same. That will make your website look so much more professional, okay, and so much better. One of the things that I like to avoid, except in very special cases, is if I choose, there are two types, font types out there, okay? One is called serifed, and one is called sans serifed. Now, if you think of the serif, okay, if you look at the text on this page, this is all sans serif. The serifs are the little, the little fancy things, the little things that they put on the bottoms of them, kind of a little foot on the eyes, and these little serifs. Okay, sans serif means that there's no little fancy foot things on there. Okay, don't mix serif and sans serif fonts unless you're doing it for a very special reason. Try to pick your font type and stay consistent, at least in the serifed and the sans serif area, if you're going to do that, and that will make your website look much more professional. There are reasons why you can do that in some kind of a title or a heading to make something stand off. Okay, but as a general rule, try to either pick serifed or sans serif fonts and at least stick to that level. Okay, so keep your website consistent. Number 9, and this is an interesting one. I was reading a survey some time back, and it said, why are most shopping carts abandoned? And we actually look at that, and you see you're always going to have a certain number of shopping carts that are abandoned. People get a part order done, and then they don't finish it out. Well, we don't want that to happen. We want them to finish the order and give us the check, give us the money, right? Okay, so they did this research study, which I thought was a pretty important research study to determine why people abandon their shopping carts. And this was one of the main reasons, okay? Because people had not provided complete information. Now, you need to think about this. If you're selling something on the internet, you need to provide enough information that they can make the buying decision. Okay? So think about that. If they're buying it, have you given them everything they need to know? Now, one of the ones that's fairly interesting to me that I see happen, as an example to this, think about buying clothing online. Okay? Now, a lot of times it'll say large, medium, small. Okay? Well, I'm a large guy. Actually, do I want to tell you this? I'm actually an extra large guy. I'm 6'3", and not skinny. So, I'm a big guy, but which size do I need? I know I'm not small. I know I'm not medium. I know I'm probably not large, okay? And I'm probably extra large, but sometimes they have different sizes in extra larges, and they vary from this to that, and so you can't just pick a size all the time. So if that's all the information I have, okay, that may not be enough information for me to make the buying decision of buying some clothes, okay? Now, if I find a chart on there that says, okay, in this shirt, extra large is, for people that are only 6 foot tall. If you want to go to an extra large, extra tall is for anybody over 6 feet tall. I have a chart with some numbers that I know so I can compare, that provides me with the information that I need to know so that I can make the buying decision. Okay? If I'm going to buy something, your website needs to make me comfortable. I'm making the right decision. I'm not making the wrong decision. And I get that comfort from complete information, okay? If it's colors, a lot of times you can say red, green, blue, teal, chartreuse, If I had to say what is chartreuse, I would probably be a little hard-pressed because that's not a color that I really mess around with a lot, okay? So provide complete information would be to put a little color chart up there. So, if I'm the dumb guy that doesn't know what chartreuse is, then show me a picture, show me put the little color splotch up at the screen. At least give me a wild idea of what it is before I'm going to order it, okay? Provide complete information. And sometimes if it's, specifics, interestingly enough, I was looking at a battery backup unit, and it was being sold on eBay, and on the thing, it didn't say what the voltages were on the battery backup unit. And it had been out there for a long, long time, and I think one of the reasons that they never sold the unit was because there was not complete enough information for people to make the buying decision. Because, you didn't know what the voltages were. Well, why are you going to buy this thing if you don't know if it's going to work for you? Okay? So I was interested in it, and I'm sort of a knothead, I guess. And so I thought, well, geez, these guys aren't even putting that information up in there. And they even had some pictures of the unit. And so I looked on the pictures, and way down small in one corner of the picture, kind of hidden behind, I could see a little tag on it that listed the model number. And so I downloaded the photo, and I zoomed in with my photo picture, and I really worked at it to find the model number of this particular unit. And then I went out to the internet and I did a search on that, and then I found the voltages, okay, in order to buy that unit. And people are just not going to be as crazy as me and have to dig that information out at that level. We're not going to take it down to the local detective agency and have them work on it to try to find the information before they buy it. We need to provide complete information if we're going to expect to sell it. So you really need to think about that. You may know everything about what it is that you're selling. You've got to put yourselves in the shoes of your customers. What do they know? And make sure that you provide them with the complete information so they don't abandon their shopping carts before they send you their money. Okay?